Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make the ultimate Easter egg. I'm not going to lie, this is not very good for you at all, but it's a cool idea and it's going to taste amazing. So if you want to know how to make it, just keep watching. So the first things you're going to need are 1 or 2 large Easter eggs, some white chocolate or milk chocolate, and then just an array of chocolatey sweets that you want to put inside your egg. So first of all, take out your egg from the wrapper, but make sure you keep the wrapper intact because you're going to need it to re-wrap later. And then once you've got your egg out, try as best as you can and as neatly as you can to crack it in half. I found this very difficult and ended up with a not very even cracked egg, but that's okay because we're just going to glue it back together anyway. And then you just need to put whatever you want inside your egg to fill it up and make it solid. So I've got in there mini eggs and cream eggs and miniature heroes and lots of other good things, and my favourite things in the world, Malteser teaser bunnies. So I'm doing this to 2 Easter eggs. You can just do it to 1 if you want, or you can do it to smaller ones. You can do whatever you like with these, but I'm doing 2 big ones. And then you just need to grab a Pyrex glass and pop it into a pan, fill that up with hot water, and I'm just taking the Whisper bar that came with one of my Easter eggs and melting it down for the glue. I'm going to take the other Whisper bar and use that to fill up my eggs even more to make sure they're really packed full of chocolatey goodness. Then you can take the other half of your Easter egg and just cut a small hole or section out of the top half of the egg so that you've got a place to pour in your chocolate later. And with the melted chocolate, just take a small bit of it on a knife and spread that over the edge of the empty half of the shell. This is going to act as a glue, and then that means that your egg will be nicely held together and won't have any spillages when you pour in the rest of the chocolate. Once you've glued it together, you want to put it in the fridge for a good 20 minutes just to make sure the chocolate completely hardened and that it's really well welded together. This part's really handy because it means you can cover up any cracks or holes or anything with the melted chocolate and make sure that everything's really tidy and looks more presentable. Even though mine really isn't that presentable at all because, I don't know, I just did a really shoddy job of this. But if you're more of a perfectionist, you can make it look a lot neater. So next I'm going to take the same Pyrex glass and just melt down all my white chocolate. You can use milk chocolate, dark chocolate, anything you want. I just went for white because it's my favourite. And yeah, so once that's all melted, you can take it out of the pan and then just leave it on the side to cool for about 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure it's not too hot because otherwise the rest of your Easter egg will melt. Once you've done that, you can just take the piece of chocolate that you cut away earlier and put that back so it makes a kind of lid and so that your egg is secure, and then you can scratch off any extra pieces of chocolate once it's cooled down. And like I said, you can use any kind of chocolate for this, so I decided to use milk chocolate for my second egg. Once you've left your eggs to harden overnight, you can pop them back in their original packaging and then you're ready to give them to whoever you want or to just eat them yourself, you know, whatever. I tried my best to crack mine open so you could see what it looks like inside, and it looks pretty cool if I do say so myself. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in my next video.